Very first thing you want to do is do a thorough preparation of the area that it's going to be applied to. We're going to send some specific instructions. For now, we're just going to do a clean with the vinyl application fluid. So we'll just remove the vinyl that hasn't been stuck yet. We're going to really douse the area and give it a good cleaning. Now hopefully your custodial staff will be able to do a very thorough cleaning and actually strip off any of the wax on there. And like I said, we will supply some instructions for how to do that. Okay, once your area has been completely cleaned off, you're going to take your vinyl and just lay it into the position that you want it to be in. Make sure it's centered, make sure it's exactly where you want it to be. And what we would recommend is just take a few pieces of masking tape and just kind of mark a few different areas so you know exactly where it needs to go. Okay, at this point, what we need to do is we need to remove the backing so the vinyl has the adhesive ready to go. So we're going to flip the vinyl over. And it can be a little difficult to actually get in there and start the peel. So what we recommend is take a razor and very, very gently and lightly, because you don't want to cut through the actual vinyl itself, just make a little slice right through the backing only, and that'll just give you enough so you can start the peel. And you should be able to now get in there and actually unpeel the entire backing. Now this is really adhesive stuff, so you need to be very careful here. You don't want it to stick to itself. That's going to be very bad. You also don't want to put it on something that's not very clean. The secret is to put a generous amount of our application fluid. So we'll give you a couple bottles of this and literally douse it. This should be dripping. You can actually take a hand and actually kind of move it around to kind of spread it all out. Make sure you go all the way up to every edge. And this is actually going to allow us to apply it onto the ground, but you can still take it off and reapply it if you've got it in the wrong spot. So in addition to having it all over the adhesive itself, we're also going to spray a little bit onto the floor as well. So we'll just give a generous spray on the floor as well where it's going to go. And depending on how big your vinyl is, you may need 2, maybe even more, maybe 3, 4 people to apply this. But now we're going to lay it down in the area that it needs to go using those tape markers that we made. And you're going to try to lay it down as flat as possible, of course. All right, now this is pretty heavy duty vinyl, so it should lie flat. It's got a little bit of weight to it, but still there is fluid trapped underneath now. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the little vinyl applicators that we have, and with the felt side down, you're literally going to squeeze out all the fluid. So you just keep pushing it from the center out to the edges, and you should see little bits of fluid going through. Comes right out the edge there. Really adjust your line of sight. Look at it in different lights. Put a flashlight on it. You don't want there to be any bubbles at all. Any bubbles mean it's not going to adhere as nice as it should. Now, if you have a very large vinyl, it's obviously going to take you a little longer to get them out, but it's worth it to spend the time and make sure that it is completely lying flat. Okay, and once you're happy with that, you are done. It is now adhered to the floor. The actual fluid will start kind of dissolving behind the adhesive after about 10 to 15 minutes, and it's going to be stuck on there very, very well. However, there still is an edge, of course. So the most important step is to actually talk to your custodial staff and have a layer of wax put over top. In fact, several layers of wax is preferred. We're also going to send out instructions that have worked for us at our school. And to give you an idea, we applied one of these floor vinyls to our hallway. We estimate it probably has about 10,000 students walking over top of it on a given day. We've had it up for a year and it has not lifted at all. It hasn't discolored. It's been fantastic. So it's all about that pre-preparation to make sure you get a good adherent and then waxing over top of it. And that floor vinyl should be there for years and years without any discoloration.